Hello, folks. How's it going on out there? I'm back with another episode of Happy Accents this week. If you're new to this channel, thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate it. And I got a real. I gotta stop saying that every week, but we got another doozy for you this week. This week we're gonna be drawing Chucky. Chucky, Schmucky. A little Schmucky. If you guys are familiar with this character, and as you know, it's Halloween, it's October, so we're gonna be drawing nothing but scary characters and spooky stuff. So this week is Chucky. I thought it would be a good idea since this week the third season of the show has started, which I have watched both seasons over the couple of years. Well, the last few years has been big fan. I've been a big fan of Chucky. I watched the scared me as a kid, but then when if you guys have seen the new movies like Bride of Chucky, Seed of Chucky, that's kind of where things. If you're familiar with this character, it's about a serial killer who's gunned down, and he learned voodoo from he's from Jersey, and it's funny, I guess there's voodoo in New Jersey, I guess, I don't know, but anyway, he was gunned down by police, and he was able to transfer his soul into a doll, which is a what's called a good guy doll, which is like a fake toy from the movie that kids would interact. It was the latest technology at the time that you could talk to this doll, it would say things back, and you can play with it, whatever, but anyway, of course, the doll starts talking back, and this little boy named Andy gets it, and then, whole mess begins. Anyway, a doll, it's a serial killer transferred his soul into the body of a doll. I mean, what could go wrong, right? But anyway, this week, Chucky's been phenomenal in the franchise. He's been in mazes at Horror Nights. He's got his TV show. I want to say comic books. I believe he's in the comic books. I haven't read that. I've read like Pinhead and things like that, but don't quote me on that. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm sure there's a comic book anyway of him out there somewhere. And let's get started, guys. Grab your Halloween snacks. You got some candy corn. Yes, I said candy corn. If you don't like candy corn, you can get the hell off my channel. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, guys. All are welcome here, even if those are like black licorice or whatever. But I love candy corn. I know I'm one of the few people on earth who likes it, but anyway, and I'll tell you the story, like the reason why while I'm drawing. But anyway, let's get started. Grab your. Sadly, guys, I don't have a pumpkin spice latte tonight. I wish I did. I'm kind of like missing it right now, but I got one on Monday. I had to go to the bank on Monday, and I drove right by Dunkin' Donuts, and I was like, oh God, you know what, screw it. But anyway, let's get started. And as you can see, I got a little head going here, because I was a little in the decision about how I wanted to draw Chucky. I wanted to draw him at a different angle, guys, but not this week. I'll draw the next character at a different. I'll show you guys, but right now I'm just going to do, because I want to be able to get all the scars on his face. I'm going to be doing Chucky more from the more like an updated version, and I think the best version is Seed of Chucky. So anyway, let's get to it. Just because I like the scars and things like that, and it's actually more Bride of Chucky. That's when his girlfriend's Tiffany, which played by what's her name, Jennifer Tilly. Sorry, played by the lovely Jennifer Tilly, who's my freaking idol growing up. She was so hot, but anyway, and I love her too. She's a great actress. But she played his girlfriend and she stitched him. She finds his body and stitches him back up. So. But anyway, guys, let's get down to it. I got a little head here going. I'm just gonna be drawing him like at a face drawing really cool. But it's gonna look good, guys. I promise you. So let's get. I'm gonna turn this down a little just because I wanted to stick with the shape of the head that I chose. And this is more of a note for myself, guys. So don't be ashamed, guys. I'm still drawing the whole thing, but I just want to keep the shape that. Let's get started. Anyway, so same practice. This is a little bit different because we're not gonna be drawing a. We're not going to be drawing a normal human head, guys, because this is a doll. And you got to think of a doll. If you're drawing, you got to learn to study different shapes of the head, guys. And that's kind of what I've been emphasizing about, especially if you're drawing comic book characters, guys, because typically if you're going to be drawing a villain, a hero, most of the time they're not going to have a normal head. Especially if they're a different creature, so you want to play with. But the funny thing is, you can still kind of experiment and kind of stick with like a basic human formula of like 2 eyes. That's why I suggest you do. Just change. Just a little tip for drawing different heads. Just stick with regular human anatomy for right now. don't focus on drawing an alien with like 20 different eyes, because then you won't know what, you know, I mean, not that it has to be like an alien has to be, but I think it has to be some to make sense. That way you don't have it so it looks like a real creature, even though you just made it up. I mean, if you ever notice, guys, like, you know, most creatures, most animals and drawings that I've studied, they all have the same things, you know, two legs, two, you know, arms, fingers. They're just different, you know. Even a crocodile and an alligator, they have, you know, two arms and two legs, you know. They have two eyes, you know, a mouth, you know. So basic anatomy, I mean, I don't know, like, our creator, what he was thinking, but maybe he just ran out, didn't, you know, really know what to do, and just gave us all the same anatomy or something like that. But anyway, but Chucky here, he's kind of like a baby. He's a doll, so like, you know, typically he'd be a child's play toy. So I'm gonna give him a little bit of a big head with a small chin. So, and I'm gonna give him a bit of a brow. That's kind of what I was shooting for, because I'm gonna give him a mean look. So I'm gonna give him a little bit of a brow, because I wanted him like kind of looking down a little, just to give him the anger. Remember, guys, looking down, eyes go down. And we'll get to like the scarring in his eyes. I'm gonna definitely want to emphasize that. So he's a doll with big eyes. I'll tell you the story. I'll tell you one thing, guys, about the candy corn. Oh, don't forget a little baby nose right here. So we got a little baby nose, and then we got his mouth. I'm gonna give him a little bit of a smile, because he's kind of like an evil smile. I'll just give him a little bit of a baby nose. And I'm gonna get, because I want him to show, I want to show some teeth, so I'm gonna give a little bit of a smile. And there's his teeth right here, and we'll fill in those in a bit. So I'm gonna fill in. Let's see. I don't see much of that now. But the story of the candy corn, guys, is just my mom always had like these bowls of candy laying out, and the candy corn was one of them. It was just one of those things that I just kept nibbling and nibbling and nibbling, and just, you know. That's just how it is when it comes to, you know, candy corn. My mom always pulled out that junk. And but yeah, so that's really that. I know it's not much to it, but yeah, that's kind of why I like the candy corn. I don't know why most people hate it. I don't know. You tell me what your favorite candy is. Okay, same basic principle with the hair, guys. I love his hair in this. It's kind of like a little, you know, a little cool looking style. I made his hair longer. So we'll give him a little, and we'll add in those ones because he has hair that's like stapled to his head. Like I said, same basic principle, guys. No strings, just thick wads of hair, and you add in the strings later. And the thing is, guys, his hairline is, he's got a big head because around here, but because he's looking down, you got to bring the hairline a little bit down. Remember, his face would be more up here. If we were drawing straight, his eyes would be, sorry guys, but his eyes would be like this, and the hairline would be above here. So yeah, for that. But yeah, that's whenever you change the angle of the head, if he's looking down, the hairline will follow. So let's hope you guys are having a good Halloween so far. I know I am. It's been pretty chill. Can't complain. I just watched an oldie, guys. I was literally just watching before I came on my video right now. Is I Know What You Did Last, or the first one, yeah, I Know What You Did Last Summer. Jennifer Love Hewitt. Oh, she was my crush growing up. So, and don't worry about the neck, guys. I'm not gonna really draw him. We'll see if we have time. I can add in his collar, but really, I just wanted to focus on the head, guys, because I didn't want to make this a long video, especially since for my next video, I'm going to be drawing another. I'm going to try to get a little bit more neck and you know, I know I'm really just sticking with the heads, guys, just because like I'm really just trying to get these done as quickly as possible. I mean, I know I've said this before, but that's kind of where I'm at until I can get more longer videos. Anyways, it's a pretty good shape. I think that's. If you guys have been to Horror Nights, please let me know in the comments. Always support me at Universal Studios. To tell you the truth, guys, I'm not hearing good things about the park this year and a lot of the lines. I'll let you in a little secret, guys. The lines are just ridiculously long. And this is something I noticed when, over the years, I've gone over to Universal. They let way too many people in. And I know everyone wants to come see it, but it's a little different. You see, Universal has been letting a lot of people in. I hope I don't get fired for this, but It's true though. Like a lot of, and cause I noticed this, you guys, my buddy had to get the front of the line pass because you cannot, get in, um, you know, to see everything. I still haven't seen everything. I saw everything, guys, except for the Purge show. That's the one thing I'm missing. I don't know if I'm gonna go back because I'm really like bleeding for cash this year with everything going up and you know how it is. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna be going back, but I'm just letting you guys know it is busy. But I know Universal likes to do these things where they what do you call it? They let in a little bit more than they can really handle. They don't care once they get you in. I mean, I hate to say it, but it's me. Like I'm speaking as a customer. I'm allowed. I should be allowed, even though it's my job. I still believe like, and hopefully Universal doesn't see this video. I don't think so, but still, get a little bit more. I'm gonna widen his face a little. Oh, that's too wide. I know. I'm not mocking. I'm not saying that I'm mocking the maze. I like the maze. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that they need to work on. Because I see the things like you guys are the customers. You should be letting them know. Go on the surveys and let them know. Hey, this is too crowded. Trust me, guys. They'll listen to it. I know on the inside, and I know these people. They actually do. They list the problems. No one speaks up. You know what I mean? So we all have to start saying to them. That's what all I'm doing. I'm just letting Universal know. As a customer, and as a paying customer, because even though I work there, we employees there still have to pay because it's considered a separate event, so it's not like we can just get in, like anyway for free. But anyway, I'm going on about Universal. Okay, back to the drawing. But yeah, let me know if you guys if you've been, if you're having a good time there. It's still a great, amazing park, guys. I'm very proud of working. I'm not even saying that just like because Universal doesn't have to like, they don't have to pay me for this. I'm not being paid by Universal for this. You know, I'm just getting in the scars, so getting in some teeth. He kind of has some normal teeth, nothing really, even though he's a doll. So same principles of teeth. We draw the gums in the bottom. If you want, you guys can just leave the teeth like blank or something like that, and just kind of leave a little shadow in. But I think the teeth with this character kind of makes a little bit of a great grin. Remember, guys, this is my interpretation. This is not exactly you do how you want. If this doesn't look exactly the see one thing I'm telling you guys that I always like about drawings um that like let's say you're drawing Michael Myers or something like that, which spoiler alert, I'm gonna be drawing that anyway. If you're drawing a character and it doesn't look like your picture or it doesn't look like your that's okay. That's perfectly. In fact, it's even better because it's your interpretation of, oh, excuse me, of Iron Man or whatever. And that's what I'm trying to teach you guys because that's for the longest time I thought my drawings didn't look right, guys. But the problem is I've always been kind of like I mean, I've actually always been more of a artist, like a drawing. Like whenever I draw something, I prefer to draw it as real as possible. And it took me years to realize you're never going to draw real. That's why we draw, guys. Because if you wanted a real drawing, you could have done that. You could have drawn. You could have just, you didn't need to draw. That's the whole point. Remember, guys, if you want, because his eyes are done, remember the eyes are touching the top here. So because he's looking down, you want the eyes to be at the top. The position of the eyes do matter. So like, if you're drawing, right now this is actually pretty easy since the eyes are, so the eyes are looking down, and then angle the eyes make it a lot easier. I did the same thing last week with Reagan from Exorcist. That's funny. My dad actually just told me he wouldn't watch that video, guys. He's one of those movies that he's definitely terrified. Okay, so we got our basic drawing in, and just got the little. Turn this down. We can lock this bad boy, and then always lock your layers, guys. By the way, just in case, because you never know. Sometimes you forget and you go back to the wrong layer. I'll make this one disappear. But just a good tip, guys. And same thing if you're on Photoshop, even more on Photoshop, because here, this is just more my doodler. But Photoshop, when I'm doing my professional work, I always forget to. Oh, And same basic principles. I would follow whatever how you ever drew something. As if you're not sure where to start inking, just do your basic outline, establish that from your pencil drawing. Because remember, guys, the ink is important. Even though you may be a sketch artist, guys, the final form graphite was never really meant to be a final form. Even then, like if you're using charcoal, it really that could be a final form, so to speak. But that's because it's a different medium. But pencil was never meant to be permanent, guys. Just remember that. Um, but yeah, it was never meant to be so permanent. Well, because it's just not, it's not a very good. I mean, pencil, it just doesn't. How should I say? It's not permanent. Let's just say. Yeah, I don't really know. Actually, I don't really have an answer to that question, guys. It's just never something that I pencil. The problem with pencils, guys, is that it's never. Well, first of all, it's not something you send to the printer. You can't. Uh, doesn't make a good drawing. It doesn't make a good crisp drawing. Sketching and things like that. Because when I send work to my, well, if I have somebody doing, I usually do the inking format. I pretty much do all the extra stuff myself. I haven't had the need to hire someone yet, but even then, I would have crisp drawings for them. And we'll still draw the head in because his head still kind of pokes over here. Nobody leaves me. Nobody. Yeah, he's one of my favorite characters. Foul Mouth Doll. Oh, and they even had. Oh, I forgot, guys. They had Chucky's Insult Emporium, which it's exactly what it sounds. They had because at Universal we have these like New Yorkers. They talk in the window in a New York accent or whatever. And during Horror Nights they replace them. If you go in Universal, they have them like in a window. And they'll kind of roast you a little, but it's not so bad. They'll just say like, "Hey, you with the pickle," or "You with the Coca-Cola," and it's just all good fun. But in Halloween and I remember this back in like 2009, they had what they call Chucky's Insult Emporium. They tried it for a few years. At first they did that, and then, of course, people get offended and something like that. You know how it is. I mean, a bunch of, you know, I can't believe Universal did this. And I swear to God, guys, he would call girls fat. He would say, like, and I'm just quoting here, he would say, like, oh, a Dodgers, oh, what are you, a Mexican? Or, forgive me, guys, I swear, I'm just repeating the jokes. You can look these up on YouTube and on Chucky's Insult Emporium. He would say, like, he would do sexual jokes and call women fat and things like that. I mean, I just can't. I mean, I don't care. I mean, to me, it's all good and fun. I wouldn't care if he called me fat or whatever, or you know, said, "Oh, the dumb white boy." I mean, I could take a joke, but like, I just can't believe like the Universal would do something like that. I mean, you know, but apparently they did. You know, back in the day, even then, even 2009, guys. I mean, just stick with the strands of hair, guys. If you're having trouble with the hair, don't sweat it. I think this is. No, we can actually. Let's do. Let's just cover his whole head right here. I'm not going to bother. In the picture I have, it looks like his head's kind of a little. That's all right. We'll just add a little. But if you guys notice, I'm adding thick lines down here by the roots. So that kind of helps establish shadows and establish the little lines and hairs. And you just follow the hairline. Because when your hair goes out, it's kind of combed over like this. And then same basic principles, even though he's a doll. I'm looking at this and I'm still seeing like a pattern like I normally see whenever I draw hair. You know? Actually, I thought the hair came out pretty good. I wish I could follow these a little bit more. Remember, guys, this is just a quick, drawing. You're about 20 minutes in. It's not too bad. Almost done. I always draw thicker lines in the roots, guys. The roots have the were the darkest areas in the hair. That's why it's darker on here. I did the same thing with Reagan, and the roots, and then the edge of the hair. That's where the shadows mostly, because that's where the hair meets your head, and it's causing it's casting a shadow basically. Just remember thick lines, guys, and when you're inking, if you're on a computer, guys, like I said, if you're drawing from a computer, it's okay. If you're using a pencil and paper, it works either way. With the just remember, guys, if you're working with a pencil, I mean with the ink and pen, pencil, and stuff like that, and you're not using a computer, just remember you just have to train yourself. You just have to be a little bit more aware. Um, oops, get the mouth thing because that's the part I'm always nervous about. Believe it or not, guys, I still have trouble drawing mouths, especially even like men mouths are a little bit easy. You can always just with men, guys, it's easy because you can just leave off the top lip. I got a little bit of a top lip going, but you can. It's mainly the bottom lip. Women are the ones who always have full lips, especially if you're drawing like a feminine woman, like all sexy, like Jessica Rabbit or something like that. You know, always remember. You know, you can always. By the way, I'm not drawing him like with bad teeth or anything like that, guys. I'm drawing him like a little because he actually kind of has normal teeth. The doll kind of has like a little bit of pointy teeth, but it's not like he does have a little bit normal teeth. There's like one tooth on this side that's a little jagged from the picture I'm using, so actually it's kind of normal. I actually have kind of sharp teeth just like this, guys. Because he does have like kind of normal teeth. He's a little bit. It's only this tooth that's a little. It's kind of look like it's chipped a little. So let's just. I actually have a little, like I was telling you, I have a little bit of pointed teeth myself. I always thought I looked like a vampire. I kind of have a little vampire teeth going. Just never got them filed. I mean, I don't have like messed up teeth or anything like that. I've had braces and that, but no, I mean, I just have like my back teeth, are a little bit. It looks like his teeth. I'm gonna do it under his teeth are under here. See that's actually good. We can fit this now. Oh, and let me know if you guys are enjoying the show. I kind of am. The only thing I can't really stand, I will say this for my own personal beliefs, guys, that I don't like the whole the little kids being gay. Don't knock me. I'm not talking about that, dude. I'm not knocking anyone. I'm just saying I don't think it's appropriate for like because in the show the boys are gay and I get that whatever. This is 2000. I'm not knocking anyone, but they're underage, guys. And it was just a little awkward. They're in bed together and it's just kind of creepy. It's like a. I mean, if I was a you know what, I mean, I'd be watching that show. Crazy, dude. And that's why I say you got you YouTubers. I watched this one YouTube channel. He does like the fart videos, and it's kind of cool. It makes me laugh and stuff. But he's always like filming his kids at the end. You guys gotta be careful with like with this day and age. You know, it's creeps are out there on the internet. I mean, such a everyone's putting their kids on the internet and all their pictures and stuff. I mean, oh my god! But I'm just telling you guys that that's other than that. Like that's the only thing I'm enjoying. And I hate to. I hope I don't get knocked. You just knock this. This is my personal opinion. But I mean, I think it's anybody's opinion. I think you all agree with me, right? That like you don't care if kids are gay or whatever. I mean, but it's just not appropriate for a show. And this is even then, it doesn't make any sense. But just they're just doing it just because they got to fill a quota. They have to have just it's just weird. It's just creepsville. I didn't come to watch Chucky for this kind of stuff. But other than that, I mean, hopefully the show won't be too much like that. Just weird. Sorry, let's back on track, guys. But yeah, I mean, other than that, guys, I am enjoying the show. I hope you guys watch it, and I hope it does good. I was a big fan of the season. I like that if you guys, I don't want to spoil anything, so. But it's very true to Brad Dourif is just freaking awesome. Get those stars. This is gonna be difficult because I want this to look good, the eye part. Because he's got like a little bleeding eye going. You can see a little bit of like the inside of the red of his eye. A lot of them. This. I think actually draw the eye to a little bit more. Something I hate about Photoshop, it's a little easier to. This is harder to. Easier on Photoshop to change the size of things. And if you want to do people, there you go. Ooh, that's a scary. I love Chucky. Foul mouth little doll. I love when they reference all the different killer movies. Always cracks me up. We're getting the scars. One scar in. Um, I hope this. I'm actually afraid, guys. Be careful. I don't want this show to get flagged for saying you hate certain kind of people. Like I said, it's just not appropriate, and it really chaps me that these I don't know what you want doing watching the show, but it was only one scene, so like I said, if it's if if that's all the show's going to be about, then it's just crazy. I think I missed this lower. Whoopsies. This one goes. This scar is kind of going here. This one's going through this. This is like little hairs that are stapled. Yeah. Okay. Another one. Remember the hair, same thing, just thick lines, thin lines. A little bit of lines crossed. Kind of create the illusion of hair. That's all we're really doing. That's all we're really doing here is going to create an illusion of something. Go. This one. I think I made this a little too wide, but that's alright. Trying to get a little bit of an open wound here. Sorry, guys. I hope I'm not getting sick. I've been fighting something for the longest time, and all my friends are getting sick. My buddy Jaster called out sick for work. He didn't sound too good. He was alright. Last year, guys, oh, I got sick, and I definitely wasn't COVID or anything like that for sure. COVID didn't last me. But between that and I swear to God, guys, February was the worst one. It was my birthday, and I was all excited for Resident Evil 4, the remake. Because you guys know me, Ask anybody, it's my all-time favorite game. And then of course they're remaking it, and it came out, and I got sick, guys. I was sick for like months. I had this bad cough. Oh my God, I was coughing. I was coughing so bad, like my stomach was like, my chest was like, I got like a side. I literally got, I swear that my whole left side of my body, I was hurting from being coughing too much. I mean, too sore. Um, I had a sore throat, and then I injured my hand at work. Some doing some. I don't even remember what it was, but I injured my hand. Um, doing something. I think I what it was these nets that we have where we keep the plush. I got my hand caught, and that's the only thing I remember that could have been. I don't even remember what, because I don't know exactly what did it. But anyway, I was just like just trying to avoid anything. So if you're sick, please stay home, guys. Don't be a hero. It's not worth it right now with everyone. It's not even that I'm worried about COVID. I mean, COVID. I don't really. I think we're good there. I know people are trying to hype it up, but it's just people are just not taking care of themselves, guys. People are stressed out. Getting sick. You guys got to take it easy. Trust me, stress is what mainly does it. You know, that's why I haven't gotten sick, because I've been relaxing. I've been taking a step back. I've been at work, taking it easy at work when I can, and not because I don't care about my job, guys. But there are times where I just I need to just kind of like move a little bit slower, drink some water. Hope you guys are getting your water. That's that. Not staying hydrated. So just make sure you do that. So anyway, guys. So I'm drawing the scars, and remember he's sewn together. So try add a little bit of like indication, like even though I'm not really seeing the little dots here, I'm just adding just because I know that's what stitches kind of look like. So I'm changing the shape of the eye, the position of the eye, guys, just a little bit of a. What's your favorite Chucky line? I like the one when the old lady's in the elevator and she's like, "Ugly doll," and he just says, "Fuck you." Oh no, no, no! My favorite is when they're in Bride of Chucky. Yeah, that one or this one in Bride of Chucky, when she's like, she says ugly doll, and she's like, "Hi," and Chucky goes, "Hi, I'm Chucky, and I wouldn't talk if I were you." So, whew, creepy. Okay, so let's now that we got the basic face, I think we got all the scars. Oh, here, actually, let me change this up, guys. 'Cause I'm messed up here. Let me here. I'm sorry. No, we're gonna add a little more. Add this up a bit because it's actually over here. It's just like an open wound, and it's just two staples holding it together. So if you want to draw that, you can just do here the stitches and then just draw it like this. So it looks like the wound's coming out, like it's stapled. See how it goes in the end, and then yeah, there we go. Okay, whew, crazy looking doll. Let's start adding in our shadows. What the? Oh, duh. Oh, 34. If we get this. Oh, shoot. Sorry, guys, if I freak out. Sometimes, like, I drop something or do something like that. I'm like, oh my god. Can't help it. Sometimes I feel like it helps to scream. Like when you drop your iPhone, maybe if you scream something, it'll won't be as bad when when it hits the floor. Going. I'm just gonna thicken the lines a little. A little bit more shadow because the wounds still have shadows in them, guys. Remember the edges of the wounds, just to make them pop a little bit more. Add a little shadows when you can from the eyes. Okay. Okay. And just add a little thicker, thicker lines to the hair. And you guys can do this the same thing with the paintbrush. Just press harder, obviously, but it doesn't have to be a little bit. And just kind of clean it up if you can. Remember, guys, hair has shadows too. That's one thing you kind of have to master when it comes to That's the misconception. One thing I learned about hair. And that, trust me, this is why my hair doesn't look stringy. I'm not too stringy. At least towards the end of it, the strands when you get it's not too bad. Oh, let's get the mouth. That little shadow on the mouth. Ooh. And they give you a headache there. Oof. Crazy doll. Okay. A little bit. I was hoping this would be a half-hour video. Just clean this bad boy up, and I think that's all the week, guys. Fill in the wounds a little. Well, the Halloween season started last night. I watched Nightmare on Elm Street, the one with Johnny Depp. If you guys can believe it, Johnny Depp was in one of the most memorable deaths of all time. I'm not going to spoil it because I want you guys to be surprised for all you youngins out there. Pretty gruesome. I always recommend the original, but I like the reboots as well. I do appreciate, but the point is people don't see the reboots as like good. I see it at least as an attempt to keep things alive. Because the problem with horror movies, guys, is that eventually they just die out. The only thing that keeps him alive is the crappy sequels. You know, it's just always been the genre. You know. Yeah, a little bit more wrinkles. But yeah, you know. Oh, he does. Oh, he does have. We can add in a little bit of eyebrow. Let's have a sneaking little eyebrow in there. Can't really see it, but I think the one on his star has. There we go. If you ever forget some guys, just add it in. So a little bit. You can't really see it. It's more on the edge here anyway. Wow, not all about doer. So there we go, guys. There's our Chucky. Let's give a little blood splatter. What do you think, guys? Too bad. I think I could have shifted the mouth a little bit over. Let me move this over, guys. Alright. I'm gonna cheat here a little. Actually, this will be a good lesson you guys can see, so I'm just gonna move this over a little. Oh, whoops. Crap. You know what? Screw it. Whoops. How about that? Oh, no. Oh, there we go. That's what I want. Color straight. Yeah. I thought we were done. Apparently not. I'm just gonna move this over. Okay, we can just move that. Oop. I know he's a weird doll, but he should still have somewhat of a symmetrical face, guys. So don't make one side bigger than the other just that'll be for my last tip for the next. Fix this and then quick easy fix. The operation. Yeah, it's a little better. Not my best fix, but still looks crazy. That's kind of what we're going for. Alrighty, guys. That'll about do her. Yeah, it still looks a little off, but it's a little bit better. Anyway, guys, I appreciate you coming in, watching my videos. Still more to come. I believe I'm going to be drawing. Oh yes, big announcement next week since it's in honor of Friday the 13th. I'm going to be drawing another. I'm sorry. I'm going to be drawing Jason. Jason, and then I believe I'll be drawing Michael Myers afterwards. So just kind of going down the list. But yeah, I thought it'd be the perfect opportunity. So stay tuned. Hope you'll join me next week. I will release that video, same schedule, guys, on every Thursday. Thursday seems to be my schedule, so but it'll be this time late at night. By the time I will upload the video, it'll be Friday the 13th officially anyway. So anyway, guys, thank you for tuning in. Like the video and share it and subscribe. I'd appreciate it. Shout out to my friend Jaster. Check out his channel. I'll put his link in the description. And yeah, you guys have a good Halloween. Be safe, be cool, and be beautiful. Have a good night.